Hello, I'm here on the East Lancashire Road, Kirkby, the Suites Hotel behind me, the scene of protest last Friday. Local residents of Kirkby and Knowsley village felt the need to call a protest outside the hotel to highlight the inappropriate behaviour of some of the refugees staying there. The video circulating of a young girl being approached by a refugee is really only the tip of the iceberg. I spoke to a resident of Knowsley village who informed me of a refugee that was staring at 10-year-old children, one of them being his own, at the Bob Wiley Community Centre. Is there a park there, Knowsley village? Also, a lady who was part of a mum's group had also reported the disturbing, worrying behaviour of this refugee from the hotel. Did anything happen? Did the police act upon it? No. This person then rang the hotel, informed them of this refugee they believe was from the hotel, gave a description. Not long after, this resident had a knock on the door and it was the police. They informed him that the receptionist said his conversation was racist. He then said to the police, well, how would you describe me? I'm a white Scouser. And he said, that's all I did. I described the refugee in all his detail. It wasn't racist. The police then left. There was other stories of bikes being stolen and traced back to the Suites Hotel. Gangs walking in and around Knowsley village, Kirkby, in an intimidating and worrying way. So the local people were at the end of their tether. They had no other option than to call this protest. Sadly, it was hijacked by violent elements that got into a fight with the police. But ask yourself this, because this is what's coming back from people that were on the protest. The police drove a makeshift van into the middle of the crowd, got out and walked away. Why would you do that? It got attacked and burned, surprise, surprise. But why in the world would you do that? Well, I'll let people make up their own conclusion on that. It's also very sad regarding the people of this community who have been demonised, called far right, being told they don't represent the community by their local MP, Sir George Howarth. That's how out of touch you are, sir. They don't represent the community. These are people that vote for you. This may reflect badly on you in the next coming general election, because these people were at the end of the tether in this community. They didn't call this protest because they were far right or hooligans. They had no other option but to call this protest. And I make this video because to stand up for these people, because they don't have a voice. They've been demonised. They've been called terrible names, and it's wrong, because I know a lot of people in and around Knowsley village and Kirkby. So, like I say, I make this video to stand up for the good people, the law-abiding 99% of people that called the protest. Also, the Suites Hotel, where do you go from here once the refugees leave? Because the people of this community are not going to forget what you put this community through in the quest for money. And I've also heard from good source that the Suites Hotel is going to get a government grant, a government refurbishment grant of £2 million once the refugees leave. Great, innit? Right? George Howarth, you want to be ashamed of yourself. These people have voted you they've voted you as their MP since 1986. They've put trust and faith in you, and you turn against them. You never did your homework. In fact, you should have been here with the protest. You should have been asking people on the front line, what's the problem? Instead, you call them far right and say they don't represent the community. They are the community, not you, sir. Okay, thank you.